Good morning. You see these here? You won't believe what I did with these on Friday. When I made that video, I left them sitting there on Friday, just like that. Right there underneath the chipper. And then Friday, we moved that chipper. Man, it's all dusty. On Friday, we moved that chipper, and I left them there. So they were in that position, but about 8 foot over and back about 20 feet. I was a little bummed out because I had lost them and I couldn't find them. I looked for them Friday, but it was all full of garbage back here, so I couldn't find them. And lo and behold, Paulie pushed all the garbage out this weekend, and I got chipping this morning, and I always pick up the brush here and throw it over there. And right over there, I picked it up and that thing popped out of the ground. Paulie said I need to go buy a lotto ticket. So I'm not gonna go buy a lotto ticket. But I was pleasantly surprised I found them. And so that was a good thing this morning. I gotta go over here and show you this tree. I don't know how this stuff happens. Now, I was really busy yesterday, and I didn't feel good yesterday. I was a little achy and sick or something. So, the video I had didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I had a drone video, and it wasn't sunny out like it is now, so it didn't turn out at all. Wasn't happy. So, but yesterday, in case anybody's wondering, was the birthday of that chipper guy. 1 year. I started yesterday. So that was cool. And I worked on the channel till about August, and then it kind of took off. So it took me May, June, July of very low views. A lot of work, not a lot of action. And then it kind of took off. And one of the videos, it was during a time slot, it just kind of, I don't know how YouTube does it, but it kind of just, boom, took off real quick, and I was just like, oh, what's going on? And one of them was my worst nightmare video, and it was about finding tree spikes in trees. And you're always afraid of those when you're running the chipper, because they'll find themselves through there, and then yeah, they bust up all my knives. And I've had steel go, I'd probably put tree spikes through there and stuff, and it just busts everything up. Now, but you get an eye for that piece of steel sticking out of a tree. It don't matter if it's a tree spike or a chain or any foreign object, tree stand or nails. And certain jobs are worse than others. And we were down there when I made that video. I was finding like one after another of garbage and trees. I was finding shoes and crotches of trees and all growing around and just stuff like that. So you're always watching out for stuff. And I didn't see this one because it didn't come up to me yet. It went to Tom and he grabbed a hold of it and spotted it. But this one here's got a big old chain sticking out of it. Now, I don't know how this stuff happens. Unless they had a tree stand in here or something. Where did you go? Yeah, it must have been a tree stand because there's the strap right there. And where did the chain go? Where did the chain go? It's right there. Right here. This chain was hanging out of it. So I told Tom, I says, make sure to save that because it's got 2 good hooks on it. There's another hook right here. It's right there. So I jokingly said, save it, and we'll keep it because that's a good chain. It's got 2 hooks on it. We was laughing, but that right there going through a chipper is not what you're looking for. That, you could tell there was an old tree stand in this thing. But this is what I've been chipping lately, is this beech. And it's a nightmare to get through. You gotta take this top right here and shove it through that hole that's 55 inches wide and about 30, just over 30 inches tall. And that right there is probably 12 foot tall and at least 20 foot wide. That's the joy of giant nasty trees. Now a lot of the other trees weren't like that, but there was some nasty beech clumps back there. I mean nasty, like 5 or 6 trees coming off a clump and a bunch of garbage like that. And then you got chains in them, and so you're always watching out for debris going through the chipper. But always something. You just got to keep an eye out. But that was the dilemma there with that thing. I'm about tired of those beech trees. Josh keeps bringing them up to me, and only thing worse than a big nasty beech tree is a big old nasty beech tree with a chain in it. But actually, on a job, where was it? About a month ago, we were on a job, and there was some other people cutting there, and I walked up to some small regrowth, about like that little oak right there, and somebody threw 2 chainsaw chains up in it. Fly, a mosquito or whatever, gnat. And I actually grabbed them out. That would have been a nightmare because they would have grew right into the tree too. Someone threw 2 chains off a chainsaw up in there. Always something you got to keep an eye out for. But that stuff ends up in trees, and it's no fun when it ends up in trees. It's just a mess. I hate it. I hate it. Tree stands are no fun in trees, but what do you do? It is what it is, but you got to keep your eye open all the time. So that's the dilemma this morning.